In this first lesson, we're going to talk about engagement, which is super important, and charging our markers. We're going to use three markers. We're going to use our yes marker, which is our terminal marker. We're going to use our good marker, which is our duration marker. And we're going to use our go marker, which we're going to use to get the dog to go away from us. It is very important that the dog understands each one of these markers because we're going to use it throughout our whole series. This is lesson 1, engagement and charging our markers. Let's go. Let's get elevated, guys. What's up, guys? So a very important piece to our training is the type of food that we use. You want to make sure that you get something that is easy for the dog to pass so you can get as many reps in as possible. If you're using something like a big kibble that they have to chew, it's going to take a lot longer for you to get those reps in. So that's a very important piece. Another important piece is the correct size. If we have kibble that's too small, which is how most kibble looks, we end up dropping kibble all over the floor during our session, which creates a bad habit for the dog to dip their head down and having to pick it up all the time. So you want to make sure that you use the correct size. I like using the Lucy pet roll, and I cut it into perfect squares like this. They go into my hand, they fit perfectly. And my favorite food to use is this Fidelis Nutritionals. It has the right size, already comes like this. You don't have to cut it up, and it doesn't carry a whole lot of scent to it like the Lucy Pet. So again, guys, two very important parts to it is the correct size and food that is easy for the dog to consume so you can get as many reps in as possible. All right, so in this video, I'm gonna talk about some of the equipment that the dog uses as well as the human. Personally, I really like my Underdog vest. It has a bunch of pockets. I wanna make sure that I'm able to put food in the front, tugs in the back, all right? Sometimes it does get a little hot wearing this thing, so you could use either your apron or a treat pouch of your choice. Again, this is what I use. However, there's a bunch of other brands out there that you could use, all right? As far as toys go, you wanna make sure that you have, some good tugs that your dog enjoys playing with. This one's the square tug by Underdog or a 2-handle tug that you can play with, all right? Again, you don't have to go with these. If you already have some toys that your dog enjoys, it is our job as trainers, handlers, to figure out what our dogs enjoy, all right? So make sure you got the right toys that you're gonna be able to use for reinforcement, all right? As far as tools go, I am gonna use either my slip leash or my flat collar with a 5-foot line or a flexi leash. It is very important, especially in the beginning, that you have the correct equipment to make training go as smooth as possible, all right? So this is the stuff that we use, that we're gonna be using in our videos. So make sure you prepare. We're gonna have a good time. Let's go, let's get elevated. All right, guys, so this is Steel. He's a 12-week-old mutt. He was found at a steel yard, so we named him Steel. Today, again, we're gonna work on engagement. I wanna make sure that he is into me. If he is into me and he's focused on me, it's gonna be a lot easier to teach him behaviors. If you have a young dog, make sure you have a leash on him, because if they're into everything else that's around them, they're not gonna be paying attention to you. It's gonna be really hard to get the dog's focus. If the dog is paying attention to other things, what I want you to do is not say anything. Don't bribe the dog, don't call the dog to you. I want you to just stay there until he, for whatever reason, looks up at you. That is when you're gonna use your first marker, which is gonna be the first one we're gonna go into, the yes marker, all right? So I'm gonna set him down. If he's not paying attention to me, I'm just gonna hold the leash. If he looks up at me, that's when I reward him. Yes! So I make sure that he gets no access to anything else. Now, something that's very important when you're using your yes marker, don't just give one piece of kibble. Make sure you have some equity with the dog, yes, and you give more than one piece. As you can see with me, I always change it up. Sometimes I give one, sometimes I give more. Yes! Make sure that the dog is really into you and you're backing up as you're giving him the food. Yes! If he stays on, you pay him again. Now, I'm seeing that he's not gonna leave me right now, so I'm gonna let go of the leash. And again, you back up as you pay. Yes, he stayed focused. And here I'll make him a little spin, keep it nice and interactive. Yes. All right, once you have your yes marker charged, your dog knows what it means, then we're gonna go into our go marker. That's gonna get the dog to go away. So if I go, go, I toss a piece of food, and as he's coming back, yes, I pay him again, go. The go marker is gonna be used to create another rep of whatever we're working on. Yes, go. If he misses it, I'll let him know, good. And then we're gonna go into our next marker, which is our good marker. Good. That is our duration marker. Good. And if you see me put my food up here first and then to the dog, it's because I want to direct that energy up here. Good. The good is a duration marker. He stays doing whatever he's doing. Good. And then if I say, yes, he can get up from it. Yes. Go. Go. Good. Good. Yes. One last one. Yes. Go. And we'll end it on that, all right? Come here. Guys, put a lot of value into charging these markers where the dog really understands what each one means. If you say good, he stays wherever he's at, calm, waiting for you to deliver that piece of food. I call it room service. If you say yes, that's a terminal. That means he can break out of the position and you can go into something else. And the go marker, which is going to be to get the dog away from you. Very important pieces. Make sure you keep your sessions short and multiple times a day. Personally, for me, my dogs in the beginning, when they're this young, eat everything out of my hand. All their meals are earned. Nothing is free. I want to make sure that he knows that everything that's good comes from me, all right? I'll see you guys on the next one. Take your time. Let's get elevated.